It may be intended as a small counterpart to Star Fox Zero, but Star Fox Guard exceeds expectations by building a creative and intuitive action tower defense game around the idea of manipulating your perspective.
This is Star Fox, responding to your distress signal.
Its retro graphics can look a little bland next to Nintendo's colorful standards, but there's a lot going on here. Varied enemy types will constantly mess with your view of the action, forcing you to make tough decisions to counter attackers. Successfully foiling these enemy invasions unlocks more powerful weapons and new skirmishes, which creates an addictive upgrade loop. Star Fox Guard splits all the information necessary to keep your base safe between the gamepad and the TV in a smart way. On the TV, you see an array of 12 video feeds from turret-mounted cameras carefully placed inside your base. The gamepad displays a handy map that highlights each turret's position, along with motion tracker data, so you can keep an eye on invaders. The two screens complement each other nicely since the rules are clear from the start. Action always takes place on the TV screen, with the gamepad used as a vital tool to shift your focus between active turrets to open fire. This isn't a co-op game, but it works great in a room full of people. The frantic high-stakes missions got everyone calling out enemy locations. Guard's 7 robot blasting weapon types are standard fare for this genre, but each becomes a vital tool to fight the robots you face in the 40-mission campaign. I threw up my arms with glee the moment I got the slow cam, which bought me extra seconds I needed to save my base from annihilation countless times. The charge cam's powered up blast will kill surrounding robots, and the freeze cam stops enemies in their tracks, making them sitting ducks to shoot and shatter with another gun. Once the campaign ramps up in difficulty, Star Fox Guard packs devilishly clever robots into nail-biting enemy waves that constantly mess with your cameras. The 26 robot enemies are split into 2 distinct classes that showcase adorable personality quirks. Some of my favorites came from the Chaos class since their tactics focus on misdirection. The jamming signal from this disruptor scrambles video feeds, temporarily blinding you. And Pausmo is a nagging deceiver that latches onto a camera and loops fake footage to help enemies sneak in. Combat class bots are no slouches either. The speedy FLI rockets straight into the center of your base to deactivate the core, while others like the Cloak R take a sneakier approach that often made me panic because it doesn't show up on the gamepad radar. Before every mission, Star Fox Guard gives you a count of combat class enemies but keeps the other roles a secret, so I felt surprised as the action unfolded. The constant pressure made me labor over where I should place turrets before a level begins, and how to most effectively use my upgrades. The main missions are mostly similar in structure, but when you get into the dozens of optional side missions, Star Fox Guard takes this great formula one step further by adding allies to defend or limiting ammo, forcing you to make each shot count. These are some of my favorites. Careful planning can set up thrilling moments during the desperate moments of a skirmish as you rush to use any turrets left standing in a last-ditch effort to keep your base up and running. These tense situations are the highlight of a good action tower defense game. As you progress through the campaign, you're also unlocking bots and can eventually organize them into your own personal squad to terrorize your friends' bases in competitive multiplayer. It's part of an optional challenge mode, but since victories and losses factor into the upgrade system, it encouraged me to take a chance and see if I could string together some extra points. Star Fox Guard is a fun game about managing different perspectives to put out fires as you use your resources to grow an awesome arsenal of robot-busting turrets. It's an elegant little tower defense game that's a lot of fun to play with friends. For everything Star Fox, you're already in the right place at IGN.